Hi guys, it's Victoria Windrum here, and today I would like to help you identify what your passions are. Now, if you're like me and you're starting a blog or wanting to go into business for self, I think a big part of that is finding out what your passions are. Especially in my business, I blog about my passions, and that's what my business is, and it basically blogging about what you love and finding other people that love that too and want to join your community. So I've going to come up with a way to figure out what your passions are, because funny enough, we seem to, as a society, really steer away from following your passions. We're told to do what's logical and what the rest of the world tells you to do, and I don't always think that's the best way. I think there's a way to make your passions work for you in a monetary way. So here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to think back to when you were a kid. Think about yourself at about the age of 5, maybe even as old as 9 or 10. Think about, what were your favorite games? Did you like to play sports? Were you really into group games? Were you really into arts and crafts? When you were playing these games, were you orchestrating everything? Were you leading the game, or were you following the game? Did you like to be more a part of the group? So think back. For myself, I really loved arts and crafts, and I also really loved to write stories. And now think about, what were your favorite images as a kid? Were you drawn to nature? Were you drawn to other countries, images of other countries and cultures? Were you drawn to the water? Were you like boating and sailing and being on the ocean? So where were you drawn there? For myself, I was drawn to other cultures, specifically to European cultures. And last but not least, what were your favorite books and movies? Was it The Lion King or Thumbelina, something like a fairy tale? Was it more of a live action film? Or for books, were you drawn to fantasy, or were you drawn to literature, or a little bit of both? Were you drawn more to nonfiction books or fiction books? So think to all these things, and take these things and identify what you loved. For myself, I loved art and I loved writing. I also loved images of other countries, and I really loved classic books, again pertaining very specifically to Europe, and also a little bit of fantasy as well. So now we're going to go into a little bit of Freudian theory of association. And so think about those games you loved when you were a kid. With arts and crafts, what do you associate that with now? And art, what do you associate art with now? Or what, sports or games, what do you associate that now with in your life? Well, myself, I associate my love of arts and crafts with writing and being an author. To me, that would be the absolute ideal career. I associate my love of Europe and other countries and images, and my love of literature with traveling. And so that tells me that one of my passions is traveling. So you can do this too. Think about, if you really love sports, playing sports as a kid, what was your favorite sport? Do you associate that with working out or CrossFit? What do you associate those type of games with something in your adult life? Were you really into nature? Do you associate that today with preserving nature or being in nature? Maybe that is part of your passion. Maybe that's what you should be blogging about. And what were your favorite books? Did you really love the fairy tales, or were you more interested in nonfiction books about animals? So what is again, what do you associate that with in your adult life? So that, for me, that's a way to break down and to identify what my passions are. Give this a try too, and if you find it helps for you, try it and leave some comments in the section below. I'd love to hear what what you came up with, and if this was a helpful exercise for you. So again, guys, this has been Victoria Windrum, and I'd like, if you've liked this video, you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also visit my blog at www.greenstreetblog.ca to see more of the shenanigans I get up to and the type of things I do blog about with my passions. So, this has been Victoria Windrum again, signing off. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.